Morning everyone, welcome back to the isolation pub session. As you can see, my shed's been slightly rejigged. I've got a sofa there now, furniture moved and everything. I did another recording with Jackie for another project that's going to be released later in here, so yeah, it's been used to the full this week, this shed. So isolation pub session, week 18.
Ooh, 18.
Wow.
Cheers everyone.
Cheers.
Thanks for the journey so far. I'm on the orange juice.
Thank you,
'cause,
John. Thank you, John.
I'm driving later. Some things don't change. Yeah, well, I think I'll crack straight on with the tunes. I was watching the television last night, and there was a documentary about Rockfield Studios where Bellowhead recorded one of our albums, and Eliza Carthy was on it as well because she recorded one of her albums there, and it reminded me of some tunes that we used to play in the band when I was in her band, called the Ratcatchers. So yeah, here we go. These are called Highland Mary in G and Dear Tobacco in E minor. Dear Tobacco is one of my favourite tunes by a long way. Great tune. And yeah, I'm not going to play them exactly as I did on the Ratcatchers album. The Highland Mary version I'm going to do is slightly more the Morris dancing version that I know. But anyway, the two tunes work really nicely together. I hope you'll join me. tune, that last one. Absolutely love it. Now, I am going to do something a bit different this time. I'm going to change my melodian.
I'm going to change my clarinet.
You might think it's this one, but it's not. I'm going to play this one here.
Let's play Melodian Roulette. Which one's it going to be? Oh!
And this is in order to play a tune in a different key from normal melodian tunes. So, apologies any melodian players out there that haven't got a CF melodian, but you have had it all your own way in these isolation pub sessions so far. And a few weeks ago, when we had the hurdy-gurdies involved, I was it was pointed out that E minor isn't a very good key for hurdy-gurdies. So
it's not. But
I don't know if this tune's
anyway.
particularly going to be of much use to you, but I'm going to do one of my own tunes again. This is called the Dawn Chorus.
What a tune this
It's
is.
in D minor.
Okay. Give it a
And
go.
yeah, so that's the change done now, out of the way. Time for a bit of mid-session banter, which generally involves me trying to sell things I'm doing while I wait for the plane to go overhead. So yeah, I've got a few bits of news. First off was the real-life session in the park I went to last week. Some of you may have seen the footage
Session
of
in the
that
park was amazing.
awful footage I took on Twitter. It gave the impression of the session happening, which it did, and it was very nice. I have to say that when you're socially distanced 2 metres apart in groups of households outdoors, it can be quite difficult to hear what's going on. So it wasn't perfect, but it was a lovely day anyway. So that's good news, and if anyone is thinking of trying to get stuff done, then small groups of people outside does work. I think if the session got too big it won't work, but that's good session news. And the other bit of good news is that a festival I was supposed to be playing in April with I think it was April with the Gig Spanner Big Band has been moved to September, and unlike all the other things that got moved to September and October, is going ahead. So that's the Beardy Folk Festival. I don't quite know how it's going to work, but I know I'm going to go on a stage and play some music, which would be great, and presumably there's some way of keeping people well spaced out, and it'd be lovely. It'd be lovely to do a gig. So that's my news there. Right, time to crack on with this tune then. I'm going to start the Dawn Chorus.
What a tune. One of your best, John.
And this is a tune I wrote years and years ago. It's on the Spires and Bowden album Bellow as well. And the words are in Jiggery Pokerwork book, if you've got that. Words. Notes. It's too early.
Notes to belonging quotes.
That's the Dawn Chorus. And yeah, thank you very much for joining in.
Thank you, John.
For those of you who are seeing this for the first time, I don't think there are many of you, but there might be. I know that doesn't look like a session because it's just me. It's just me playing the tunes. But I'll put a link to the playlist of all the finished ones in the description. So you'll see at this point in the video, there'll be people here, and there'll be.
Hello.
I reckon Les will be there.
Yeah.
And,
Here I am.
The hurdy-gurdy out the back door.
I don't even know everyone's names. I just know their faces. I've been editing them every single week. But there'll be people all over the place, bored with what I'm saying at the moment, and then there'll be a little blackout, and you'll see them there disappearing as they turn their cameras off. It's funny talking about it, isn't it? Anyway, enough of my waffle. Isolation Pub Session out. See you next week.
Next week, John.